Alright, how's everybody doing? It's the 19th of September 2023 and it's time to start work on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. And right now I did the concept rendering, I shared it on Facebook. Now I'm getting ready to do the concept drawing. So let me do some progress. I got the paper and then I'll trace it. Very cool. And I'll see you after I get that done. Good afternoon. It is the 19th of September 2023 and I'm happy to announce that the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build is in the drawing phase. Wow, that is so awesome. Just inspiration came to me kind of, in the afternoon today, and I just had to go with, when inspiration hits, you just go with it. But alright, this is what I got planned for this amazing guitar. I'll probably cut the wood tomorrow for this one, for sure. It's been kind of really good weather. Alright, so these are the parts I'm going to use. I'm going to use the one humbucker pickup and the Strat style bridge. I'm going to use the, I love these. This has tone and the volume in one. The tone will be on the top and the volume will be on the bottom. And it's got the dual knobs like that for the potentiometer. Very cool. And I'm going to go with the orange drop capacitor like I've used before. These are amazing. So that'll be there. I'm guessing the input jack, I'm going to go with the input oval jack like always. I'm guessing the input jack's going to be like on his foot, the bottom foot here, because I'm guessing, not sure exactly where this is going to fit as far as when you're sitting. I know holding it's going to be pretty awesome. Strap button will probably be right there, and then on the other side of the neck plate. And this is the exact neck I'm going to use. And I'll probably leave the front of the headstock wood grain and just do my logo in flat black along with the ET on the fretboard. And we're going to use the standard Dunlop locking strap buttons. We're going to use my favorite string trees, these ones right here. So, but that's basically what it's going to look like. Wow, that looks just so cool. And I think the body will be really cool. As far as the continuity bits, I don't think I'll do any continuity bits on the back and on the sides. I think the sides will just be the gray. I'm going to use that tan color. This is basically the colors I'm going to use. I'm going to do the yellow and then the blue of the eyes. And I'm going to countersink the white of the eye bits and then color those white, of course. And then as far as shading, I've got I bought two of these airbrush units. And I'm going to airbrush the white, the lighter colors. It's going to be tan. And then I'll airbrush the black bits, the dark shadowy parts. So try to make it look as 3D as possible, but this is basically the font I'm going to use is that font there, and then like I said, the headstock logo will be in the Raglan logo, so very cool. I think this is going to be amazing, and I think the body's big enough to be awesome, and it's small enough to be very cool. And like I said, just it'll just be flat tan, or just tan, it'll be gloss tan on the back. But those are the colors, very cool. I encourage everybody, and you're welcome to follow me on this journey. Like I said, I'll probably cut the wood tomorrow and then start on this one. And then I've got the other ones in the works too. I've got another one planned, so stay tuned. I've got a lot more in store, but this is one of the ones that just kind of hit me on the last spur of the moment, and I just have to do it. And as far as tuning keys, we're going to go with the standard oval ones that I love to use. So very cool. Alright, hope everybody's having a good beginning of the week, Tuesday. So this is going to be amazing. Wow. That's going to be so cool. And the pickup I'm going to use, like I said, this chrome pickup, I think it's the, it's probably like 16.5 ohms as far as, the hotness of the pickup itself. So that's going to be a very cool pickup. And I did consider doing the tip of the finger, like with, having a light, a LED underneath, and then an LED underneath the chest, because on ET his heart light comes on, and so does the finger when he goes ouch, ouch. But I think that'd be too complex, too complicated on this particular build because it's such a small body. But the white, it's going to be yellow on the tip, just like the colors on the concept rendering. So All right, very cool. I can't wait to start this one. This one's gonna be so cool, and I'll share with you every step of the way. So can't wait to get this one going. I think I covered just about everything. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. All these little extra bits, and I found that the wood I used is strong enough, so none of these bits will be fragile at all. So they'll be very sturdy. So all right, and we'll see you soon to start with this one. I can't wait. All right, see you then. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 21st of September 2023, and it's time to start work on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Yeah, I can't wait. So first step's going to be to cut out the cutout. So I'm going to get my scissors and carefully cut it out. And I have decided that I'm going to try to put an LED in the light in the finger. I'm going to try maybe doing an LED in the chest area too as well. I'll have to kind of experiment and try to figure that out. But let me go ahead and carefully cut out the cutout, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, very cool. Successful cutout of the cutout, and I have to say it looks pretty awesome. Oh, that is just going to be so killer, especially 3D with the layers and everything like that. And I thought about going with some thinner, I'm going to go situate the wood now with the next step. Thought about maybe doing it a little bit thinner than the 2 layers. We'll figure that out, though. Let me figure out the measurements and the wood and get everything cleaned up. And we'll see you next step. See you in a bit. Alright, we got everything outside. Got some of my tools. Next step's going to be to put on some bug spray. I can already see the bugs are attacking me pretty good already. I've been on here 2 seconds. This is the wood we're going to use for this project. And let me show you. Yeah, I get these sheets from my local Lowe's. And I think they run about $20-something, I do believe. And they're 3/4 inch by 24 by 4 foot. And it's a panel project. People use these for shelves and tables, whatever, whatnot. So we're gonna I determined that the shape we're gonna need is 21 by 24 inches. So I'm gonna find some good wood within this sheet and get 2 pieces 21 by 24. So I'll see you when I get all that done. See you in a bit. Perfect. Got 2 sheets cut out, 21 inches by 24 inches. So we're good to go. Let me get the cutout out here, and then we'll figure out where we're going to temporarily fasten the body, the 2 pieces together, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, very cool. Got the cutout, and I positioned it on the wood to where I think it'll flow pretty evenly and it'll be awesome. All right, so we're going to figure out where we're going to put some temporary screws to screw the 2 pieces together while I do the cutting and whatnot. I think so. We're going to have the volume knob there. Input jack is probably going to be probably somewhere in this foot here, so I don't want to put anything where that would be near like any wiring or anything. So, and then the pickup probably about there. So let's go ahead and put a screw there. Let's think. We'll put a screw, and I'm gonna have to do the fiber optic small wire that's gonna go through there for the tip, the LED. So let's go ahead and put a screw there. Probably a screw somewhere in the face, like right where, not in like a crease or anything. So let me move this one. Yeah, about right there. So that way it won't be in the crease, but I could always fill that in. And I think this should be fine by itself. Yeah, I think that should do it. Tell you what, let's put another one back here just for good measure, just 4. So we'll go ahead and get that situated. Then I'll go ahead and put some temporary screws in the piece, and we'll see you in a second. Alright, very cool. I got the shape traced out on the 2 pieces of wood that temporarily fixed the 2 pieces with 4 screws. So I'm going to get my scroll saw out. I'm going to put a fresh blade, and we're going to go ahead and very carefully cut out the shape of the body. Alright, we'll see you in a little while. Alright, it's been some time, and I got the shape cut out. Looks pretty awesome. Show you my mess. Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. And I already situated it when you're sitting. It's pretty cool. It's very cool. Alright, I'm going to clean up my mess real quick, and then I'll show you more in detail. But the next step's going to be to get the tracing paper and then trace the design on the front. So, and that'll probably be the duration of what I get done today. But yeah, it's very cool. Looks so. And when I figure out the LED light for the finger, it's just going to be so awesome. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. I got my mess kind of cleaned up. I got my shape. Let me go ahead and got the carbon paper. I'm going to go ahead and trace all the lines and the bits onto the wood. and then we'll continue tomorrow. We'll do the etchings. So very cool. All right, we'll see you in a while. All right, another quick update. I've got the pattern traced out on the wood, and I swear that looks so killer. Every time I see this, I'm thinking, ouch, Elliot. Home! Home! It's gonna look cool with the bright blue eyes. That's just gonna be amazing. Yeah. Alright, so this probably concludes progress for today. Ooh, I'm tired. That was quite intense, but successful cutout of the wood for the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar. And then we'll continue tomorrow, but yeah. And I'll probably do all the etchings very carefully with a fine tipped Dremel tool bit, so it looks really good. And when it's painted, it's just gonna look amazing. And I'll probably do the black primer first and then hand paint everything else, so it's gonna look cool. I already got all the paints and everything, but very cool, like I said. Awesome. All right, hope everybody's having a good day. This will conclude progress on this guitar for today, and we'll continue tomorrow, the next day. But yeah, very cool. And I was thinking, you know, I'd probably do some continuity bits on the back as well, but I'll have to figure all that out. That'd be very cool. But all right, and then we're gonna have to figure out the LED bit. Think about dremeling out a cavity and then getting some we'll get into that when it gets to that part. And I probably won't do the chest on this one, the heart light. I'll just concentrate on getting that done. But all right, and we'll see you soon. Have a good day. Hey, one more quick update. I just wanted to show you how it looks when it's you're standing. It's gonna be like that. Very cool. Let's see if I can get the camera in here and show you where it actually sits when you're sitting. So I can do this one hand. Pardon the camera angle for just a second. Yeah, very cool. Let's see. Alright, exactly how it's gonna sit, probably like there. Let me show you. Probably have a knee right there, the neck will be right there, and then let me show you, nothing's in the way. Bridge is gonna be, where's my intonation line, right there, so it's gonna basically look like that, but very cool. Pretty awesome. Yeah. And it's gonna sit. Yeah. ET. Turn on your heart light. Ouch. Alright. And we'll see you soon. Very cool. Alright, 23rd of September 2023, time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. I decided I'm going to try to make the tip light up. So my idea for that is I've got some extra some pickguards that I'm not using that are made out of acrylic, fairly thick acrylic. So I've got some acrylic pieces here. So what the idea is, I traced out the fingertip, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the front and the back that shape, and then the sides in a half circle, and then when I go to glue it in the body, I'll try to transition it and make it perfect. I know we haven't even get nowhere near that to the body, but I want to experiment with this. So what I got the scroll saw out, so I'm going to cut out 2 circles like I said, and I've got the heat gun, and I've already experimented, and I'm able to bend the plastic like that, so that's going to be pretty cool. And then super glue. And then when this goes on the body of the guitar itself, I have the LEDs in there. And then when it's painted, the yellow color, theoretically the LEDs will shine through it pretty brightly. And I'll try to put enough LEDs in there. So I'll go ahead and work on this a little bit, and I'll see you when I get some progress done. Alright, some quick progress. Successful creation of the tip. Very cool. It's the proper thickness. And this is what I have in mind. Here's the body with the pattern traced out, recall. Got a lot of work to do on the body yet, but yeah, I'm gonna like that, and actually cut the wood, you know, circle right there, and then those lines will actually, I'll Dremel through the plastic. I'm gonna try to make this as seamless as possible, but I'll cut that little bit out right there, and then this will be glued in there. The only bad thing about it is once it's glued in, if something goes wrong, it's not fixable after that point because there's no way to access it. But I think it should be good. And like I said, what I'll do, what I had in mind, I've got some wooden sticks, wooden posts that are about the size of my finger, and I'll feed it through like that, and then I'll line, see if I can explain this, line LEDs on there. I don't know how many, it depends how bright. This is going to be painted yellow, and it's all going to be seamless, you know what I mean? So it's all going to be seamless in the body. You're not going to be able to tell this is plastic and this is wood. That's what the ideal is. That's what I'm striving for. And you know, once I cut that part, I'll take the stick and go, you know, get it glued in there and have the LED wires go through here and then out through the body. I'll figure all that out. But yeah, that's kind of like at the idea at this point, at this stage in the game. I think it's going to be really cool. Sorry. And yeah, have the light up finger. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I might make another one, because this does look like it's a little bigger than the actual wood, but I could always adjust for all that. But yeah, that would be really cool. Alright, this will conclude progress on the ETU guitar for today. It's already gotten dark, but yeah, I'll figure it out. Just kind of play it. Actually, yeah, that's why it was the opposite. Yeah, it's gonna be like that. So that's the top. But yeah, very cool. All right, and we'll see you soon. Good morning. It's 25th of September 2023, a beautiful day here in Central Florida. Got some little clouds in the sky, a little overcast, feels pretty good. It's probably in the 70s, not too bad. Time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. Alright, first step's going to be to go ahead and install the neck, cut out the neck pocket, so let me go ahead and work on that. So I'll see you in a little. Alright, positioning out where I want the neck exactly to rest, looks pretty cool. And I'll go ahead and trace out and get the scroll saw back out and cut out for the neck pocket. That's basically what the layout's going to be. Pretty cool. I think there's going to be enough room right here so your hand can slide easily up and down. Very cool. And I love the position. Pedometer or potentiometer is going to be right there. So, and then we'll figure that out. All right, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, perfect cut out of the neck pocket. Looks pretty good. Got it lined up and everything. Got the body temporarily fixed back together, two pieces. Let me go ahead and get my neck plate and go ahead and install the neck to the body, and I'll see when I get that done. Alright, perfect installation of the neck to the body. Looks pretty good. I did my intonation line and everything like that. Got the bridge exactly where it's got to go. So let me go ahead and install the bridge real quick, and then I'll show you the two together. But very cool. It's going to be awesome, especially when that tip lights up. Got to figure out a good spot for the switch. The switch, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it just yet, but be pretty cool. The pedometer like right there. Might put the pedometer a little bit closer to that, and then have the switch a little bit behind it so you can flick it. But all right, we'll see in a bit. All right, perfect installation of the neck and the bridge. I marked out where I want to put the pickup cavity, so we'll get to that next. But let me show you how it looks. Very cool. Elliot. Can't wait to do the continuity bits on the back. We'll figure all that out though. Very cool. Alright. So let me go ahead and cut out for the neck pocket. Let me show you how it looks on the lap and where the everything's going to go. I'm guessing, pretty sure that the input jack's going to be in the foot here, somewhere in that vicinity. Like I said, the potentiometer probably right there, and then figure out the switch for the finger bit to turn on and off. So let me go ahead and show you. Let me turn the camera around up here. Very cool. Let's see if I can get it all in frame. This is how it's going to look roughly when I'm standing. Flying it, very cool. Nothing's in the way at all. Very cool. So you're sitting where it's going to set on the knee. Right there. Very cool. And like I said, the input jack will be right there. So right in that foot there region. So that's very cool. So it'll sit right there. I think it'll play nicely. And then, like I said, the head is far enough away that you won't be bumping your thumb on the eye and the face bit. So very cool. All right, pretty awesome. All right, let me turn the camera around, baby, right back. All right, cool. All right, let me take the neck back off. Take off the bridge. I did a string test, and we are good to go as far as the intonation. Perfect. The neck pocket did turn out really cool. And I'll fix all that with body filler and everything like that. I think access to higher frets is going to be minimal, easy, perfect. So let me go ahead and take those two things off and then cut out for the pickup cavity. And we'll see you in a minute. All right, perfect cutout for the pickup cavity. Let me show you. Got the pickup. Oh yeah. Sweetness, that looks awesome. Pretty cool. Alright, so next step's going to be to figure out the wiring bits. This is just a mock-up pickup, by the way. Yeah, it's mock-up, so it won't have those extra long leg things. Flip over and figure out all the wiring. It's pretty straightforward. And I'm going to have to figure out, before I glue the two pieces together, I'm going to have to figure out the wiring for all that, so that'll be a part of it. So let me go ahead and figure out the wiring, and we'll be right back. Quick note, as you recall, I did already cut out the plastic piece that's going to light up. What I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to make it way easier. After the glue phase, and after the pieces are glued together and all the wiring's already done and everything like that, when I go to install the LEDs for this part, on the back side, I'm just going to channel out where the wires are going to go, and then come in through the opening for this cavity right here, and then go to where the pedometer or potentiometer, I keep saying it wrong, potentiometer cavity is going to be right in there. And then when I lay the wires, I'm going to put it in the straw so it's protected, but then I'm going to go ahead and fill it in with body filler, and then I'm going to do the wiring. I'll show you that part. We're going to cut out for, going to trace out where exactly the cutout for this is going to be. Yeah, I like that actually. And then once this is installed, it's going to have, we'll get to that. My idea, got the wooden post that's going to have the light up bits. So that's going to be really cool. And when this is painted yellow, it's going to, anyway, it's going to glow really bright. But we can go ahead and do all the wiring as far as the other stuff as usual and glue it all together. And we'll do that last, the wire for that. And that's going to be permanent in there. So I'm not going to be able to have an access panel plate for that, which I could actually, well, yeah, it's going to be very difficult because it's already thin. We'll figure that out. But let me go ahead and work on the wiring, and we'll see in a bit. I figured out what I'm going to do as far as the wiring for the light up, and we're going to do that later on this afternoon. We're going to experiment with this, but I'm going to go ahead and use a regular pedometer or potentiometer switch for the glow light of the finger, and of course we're going to use the dual pot in for the volume and the tone, right? Remember that. And then I'm going to use the second one in the back there, and the second one is going to be the glow for the finger, and all the way it's going to be the brightest, and then all the way down is going to be the least brightest or shut off completely. So that's going to be cool, and pretty sure that's the way I want to do it. The only downside potentially could be that the light would stay on permanent. If you forget to turn off the light, it could run down the battery. Let me think about this. Because I think an on-off switch would eliminate that problem, but I think it would be cool to be able to have like a dimmer for the current. Maybe I could do both, like an actual on-off switch and then a dimmer switch. So that would be 3 switches in this area. So, try to figure that out too. Have an on-off flicker for that, and then have the ability to make it super bright or, adjust it kind of like a light. Let me figure that out, but I have to figure that out before we actually do the wiring, because that's going to be incorporated in there. So let me figure that out. Be right back. I made an ultimate decision. We're going to go with the volume and the tone pot right there, and then for the finger light pot right there. And I'm not going to go with another switch. These batteries are fairly cheap, and you'll be able to replace the battery. They're about this big, the batteries. It's like a really super small sized you know, AAA battery or AA battery, but it's real small size. I'll show you, and I have that for the LED, and then if you accidentally leave the light on, which hopefully you shouldn't because you'll always have it turned off, you could always replace that battery. I could even use a coin battery. I've got coin battery slots, but I want it to be powerful enough that it's going to be bright enough. But because it's LED, it's not going to cause any heat. So hopefully we'll work it all out. It's first time doing this, kind of a work in progress, but yeah, we'll go with that. So let me go ahead and figure out all the wiring, and I'll see you in a little while. All right, figured out the input and then the wiring. As far as it's going to be fairly simple. It's going to go with the pot for the fingertip, and then the dual pot for the volume and the tone. The channel there, I'll Dremel out, and then for the input jack, I already angled or bent the oval shape to fit proper, so that'll go there. And then the wire from that will go to the pickup cavity, and then from the pickup cavity there. And then I still got to drill a wire for the ground for the bridge, and that'll be on the other side, of course. And I'll make this channel big enough to accommodate for all these different wire bits. And then inside here, it'll go all the way up to the top to both layers. And then I'll have that battery compartment that I'll show you. And it's got like a little bracket that holds the battery and everything like that for the LED, so that'll be really cool. That'll be really kind of interesting, and I still might incorporate an on-off switch. I'm not sure, but let me go ahead and get the Dremel tool out and Dremel all the wiring, and I'll see when I get more progress done there. I completed the wiring. All right, let me explain. Okay, this hole was an accident. I got too close to the track, but I can fill it in. It's not going to interfere. I'll show you on the other side. This is the ground wire for the bridge. This hole goes all the way through the back, and when I glue both pieces together, when I drill out for the channel for the LED light, that'll be on the back side. That's where that hole is going. The pedometer for potentiometer, the pot for the glow finger right there, and you can adjust the brightness, really cool. And we're going to experiment with that. And then there's the volume and tone. All right, let me show you on the back side of the top piece. Okay, the channel for the input jack, and I did the bevel on the input jack, so that's pretty cool, and it matches up on the other side just like that. And then the back, and let me show you on the back piece, I did the dremeling and the channel, and let me show you how it looks all put together. Very cool indeed. And when this goes over the top there, like so, and it's lined up, going to have plenty of access to the pots right there, potentiometers, and then the input jack right there, so that'll be pretty cool. And like I said, this hole will be, I'm going to channel out and then all the way to the tip where I'm going to cut out the circle, the oval for the, we'll get to that after we get to the glue phase, but then I'll install some wires, that way I can get all the wires good to go, and then backfill. And then I'm going to put a wooden post that's going to have LEDs attached to it, so that's going to be really cool. And then I'll blend all that in seamlessly. But yeah, I just wanted to get this done. So we're about ready for the glue phase. I'm going to check everything to make sure everything is correct. And if we get to go and I feel happy with everything, then we're going to glue the bottom and the top piece together. And then we'll have one solid piece. And that'll be very cool. And then we can actually start working on the Dremel bits for all the parts, so that's very cool. Getting a lot done today. Very good progress. But all right, so let me figure everything out, and then we'll go to the glue phase. All right, did all my checks. Everything's good to go. Did my courtesy cuts of the wiring, so that way everything goes smooth. So I think we should be good to go. So let me go ahead and glue these two pieces together, and I'll see you after I get that done. Successful glue phase, looking pretty awesome. Everything went smooth, and I'll perfect all the lines, and I'll put a round edge on everything. But yeah, it turned out pretty cool. It looks awesome. And I'll leave the screws in place, that way it adds a little bit more stability, but it should be fully glued, but then I'll cover it up with body filler, of course. But yeah, all right, so the next step's going to be to get the Dremel tool out and carefully Dremel all the continuity bits on the top piece, and we'll take that very slow and deliberate, and we'll see when I get some progress done on that. All right, Ready for the big reveal? I did the continuity bits, and bam, wow. That looks so cool. Try to get it in the better light. Let's see. See if I can find, there we go. Some full clouds this time around. Oh, look at that. That is just so wicked. And see how I dremeled the eye bits? And I left the pupils because it's going to be blue and black, and then the little booblies are going to be white. But yeah, I think it turned out really cool. And of course, as always, I'll perfect. I didn't try to do too much under the bridge because that's going to be covered by the bridge. But wow, that looks so amazing. Very cool. And I got yet to do the back continuity bits. I'll figure all that out, but I want to do that. Now, next step's going to be to round the edges, because see how the edges are kind of sharp. So let me put a round on all these edges, and then I'll get back with you on that. And then that'll probably be the progress for today. But yeah, very cool. All right, we'll see you soon. Let me put some edges on there. Very cool. I put the first starting of some edges on everything, and as you can see, it really softens everything. It makes it look, just come together beautifully with the soft edges. But yeah, the Dremel bits I think turned out really cool. Let me try to get back in the light and show you all the round edges. Yeah, see that? And I'll perfect them, of course, as usual. And then when I do the wood grain filler phase and the ugly phase part 1 and 2, you'll see vast improvement and all that, and all the sides and everything. But yeah, it looks pretty awesome. All right, let me put the neck on, take a few pictures, and then that'll probably be the progress for today. And I'll fill in all these cracks in the wood because I see the wood's kind of dry, but all that to get filled in, you know, I'll make it as perfect as possible. But yeah, looks pretty awesome. We'll see in a little bit. All right, I reinstalled the neck just for looks. I just wanted to see how it looks all together with all the wiring and all the bits. Looks very cool. It's so cool. And when I get that finger LED light the way I intend with the brightness adjustable pot for the light, I think it's just going to be a downright just amazing. Yeah, very cool. And with the soft edges, as you can tell, brings it really to life. But this will conclude progress for today. Got a lot done, and we'll continue tomorrow. Yeah. Elliot, home, home, phone home. We'll see you then. All right, just another quick update on the inside, a little bit better light. Just wanted to show you the back first. And I'm going to countersink, of course, the back access panel plates. And this will be the hole will be erased once I channel out the wire for the LED, and then I'll cover it with body filler or with Bondo and sand it smooth, so it'll be seamless. All that you won't be able to see. So, and then look at how great the front turned out with all the Dremel bits. It is just so amazing. I swear I say this on every build, but I mean it really came to life with just everything, you know. Just my method and my process. And of course all these screws will be covered in the hole there. I didn't put the screw back in there, but I will. And then I'll, you know, once I do all the body filler, it'll all be perfect and it's all painted, the tan, and you know the color's gonna be. But yeah, input jack worked out really well there, I think. And it's gonna be cool to have that pedometer where it's gonna be able to, you know, you can go swelling. You could swell the tip of the finger, brightness to dull, bright, dull, bright, dull. It'll be cool. It'll be such a really cool effect, because I think that's what his finger does anyway. It kind of like pulsates with the color or with the glow, so you'd be able to do that. And I thought about, like, again, I thought about doing the glowing in the chest, the heart light, but that'll be on a separate guitar. I'll do a second version and we'll have the heart light. So, but yeah, turned out really cool. All right, this will conclude progress on this guitar for today. But yeah, it turned out amazing. That is so cool. And as always, I'll make it completely perfect, you know. As far as the side lines and everything like that, I'll get all that dialed in perfectly. But yeah, this is pretty sturdy though. I mean, you would, you know, I've done this before. Like this little bit here is sturdy. Oh, low battery. Battery's getting low. And that's sturdy here, so all this is sturdy. And when I cut away that section there and replace it with the vinyl, and then paint over it, it'll be seamless. And that's when I'll do the continuity lines on both the vinyl and the wood, so it's be seamless. When it's painted, you won't even be able to tell, and the tip will be yellow, and then when I do the light, it'll glow. So that's very cool. All right, hope everybody's having a good, what is today? Beginning of the week, Monday, and we'll see you soon. Very cool. Making some good progress on the ET electric guitar. I got all the wiring done, as you can see, out the little bits. Very cool. That's where all the mechanical bits are all gonna go. Both pieces are glued together. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. It's looking pretty awesome. Alright, see you in a little while. Alright, just another quick update. This is still the same day. Still working on the ET electric guitar build, and this is what I came up with. This wood piece right here is gonna fit into the body after I cut the tip about that far. And then this is the, if you recall, this is the plastic that I, made custom handmade with for the finger there, and it's actually facing the wrong way. Yeah, facing that way. That's the finger, and then this is gonna set in the body, like I said, and then I'm going to put this on top of it and then glue that in there. So it's basically again the lights are gonna be facing up and down and on the top. And then I've got it hooked to a 9-volt battery, and this is just a test run on all this. I've got it hooked to a regular, potentiometer for a guitar, so that way I can see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, see if the phone really doesn't capture, but I'm able to really gradually increase to the highest level of light, and then, I'm able to, and I could even play with it to where it's like pulsing and stuff like that, so it's very cool. So let's see if I've got it fully turned on. See, it's hard to see, it's really too glary for the phone. And then this will be in the finger, and you can see the finger when my battery's dying, of course. But yeah, so you'll see how it'll line up in there like that. Like, yeah, it's hard to capture it because it's so bright, but that's cool. 9 volts, and when this is painted, it should shine through the paint yellow, and it'll look really awesome. But all right, so that's just another continuation of progress. Just wanted to show you that real quick, and it's not heating up at all. It feels pretty good. Only just a hair degree or two, but yeah, I soldered this really good. Just came up with this idea with, I had these individual LED lights, and as you can see, I kind of glued them together on a stick. This is just winging it, just kind of coming up with it on the fly. But yeah, it turned out really, really cool. And when it's in the finger, when I've got that in the place, and I'll blend it all together so it's seamless, and with the paint over the top, you wouldn't be able to tell. But then with the knobs, like I showed you earlier, there's the one potentiometer, and then the 2 with the volume and the tone, and then this one will be, just gradually with the light like that. And I can do like pulsing and everything like that when I'm playing the guitar, and it'd be cool. And when it's all the way off, it shouldn't kill the battery at all. So, and I might elect to go with a higher quality potentiometer, because this one's like one of those really cheap ones. So it's really rapid. There's not much of a arc, where I've got some old ESP volume knobs, and maybe I might use one of those instead, because I think it'll be more of a gradual light. But anyway, alright, hope everybody's having a good night, and we'll see you soon. Good morning, September 27, 2023. Time to continue work on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Wow, I am so in love with this guitar already. So, alright, so what I've got planned for today, I want to complete the wiring and the light installation for the fingertip. So first step will be to take off the neck, of course. Then we're going to work the plastic bit. I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to Dremel. I'm going to get the scroll saw out and cut the circular shape, the tip. And then we're going to go ahead and install the wires. Probably going to have to go with a little bit longer wire, because I don't think that's going to be long enough for the LED light display. And then pull it through all the way through the cavity, and make sure everything works perfect. And only fear is that once I get that installed and everything's glued in, there's really no accessing the fingertip from that point further. So gotta make sure it's good and it's gonna last for a real long time. So alright, so I'll start working on that, and we'll see when I make some progress. I took off the neck from the body, of course, and then I drew a line, pencil line. I got the scroll saw out where we're gonna install the finger bit. It's gonna be very cool. So let me go ahead and carefully cut out. We're gonna work inside. I think it might rain a little bit outside, so hopefully not too much dust will be kicked up, but we've got the vacuum we can always do. So let me go ahead and cut this out very carefully, and I'll see you in a second. All right, very successful cutout of the finger bit. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna Dremel the lines, so it's gonna be continuity, but there we go. So that's what it's gonna look like. And then I'll fill in all this. And then when it's completely painted, it'll be completely seamless. And that looks pretty cool. Like I said, I'll do all the continuity bits, make sure it's completely flush. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. And that's gonna be so bright and lit up, so very cool. All right, so let me figure out the hole for the bit. And then, because this is gonna go right into there with the lights facing a certain way, and then I'll do the channel on the back. So let me get working on that. We'll see in a bit. Alright, got the hole marked where I want to drill. I've got the appropriate drill bit, the right size that's going to fit that perfectly. So let me go ahead and drill that, and then we'll see that in a second. Alright, perfectly drilled out for the LED light display. As you can see right there, and it's at the perfect angle and the perfect depth. And then this will go on top, and it'll be in the center of the finger. And all right, so got that perfect, and that'll be glued in. Now let me turn it over, and then we'll figure out the wiring where I'm gonna open up for the wiring. I'll see you in a sec. All right, channeled out, did a pencil line where it's gonna go through the pickup cavity into the potentiometer cavity. So let me go ahead and get this Dremel tool out and get that going, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, perfect cutout for the channel, for the wire, and I already dry fit it, and it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and get that glued in there, and then I'll put a little padding on the top, and then we'll go ahead and get the Bondo body filler and fill that in and sand it smooth. And of course we're going to do all the continuity bits on the back. And I did add a new thing. I'm going to add a 9-volt battery compartment, and after the fact we can still do it. We just have to drill out a channel just like this and then backfill it, which is not a problem. The potentiometer cavities are right here in the light cavities, so I'm thinking about putting the LED like somewhere in that vicinity, maybe in the foot. That way it doesn't, depending on where, the bridge, it doesn't interfere with the bridge or the pickup at all. So I think maybe probably in the foot, probably the best place right there. And then this channel, going over to the where it needs to go. So let me go ahead and do that. But let me go ahead and glue this in, dry fit that, make sure everything's good to go, and we'll see you in a bit. Alright, I glued in the LED display, and let me show you. It channeled out a little section there, and this is how it's gonna look. Perfect. Alright, I'll let the glue dry, and let me show you the back. And then I'll feed it through the channel, but it looks pretty good. Very cool. We'll see in a while. Alright, perfect installation of the LED and the finger bit. I got it glued in, and I've got the wire in the channel going to the back inside the pickup cavity. But yeah, that turned out really cool. Now, like, there's a little bit of a gap there, so it's a little bit of breathing room, and I'll fill all that in with Bondo and everything like that. But yeah, that looks very cool, and it's in line and everything too. And I think when it glows and lights up, it's just gonna look amazing. So all right, so let me get out the body filler, the Bondo, and start filling in the track. First, I'm gonna put, like I said, I'm gonna put I'm gonna use some tape. I'm gonna use this basic some tape here. Let me show you. I'm going to roll up some tape, and then I'm going to fit it in the channel to cover it so the Bondo doesn't necessarily impact it too bad, which it should be fine. And then we'll get the Bondo out, and then we'll make that seamless and perfect, and then we'll do with the Bondo around all the edges, sand that, make it all perfect, and I'll see you when I get some progress done there. Very cool though. I did test of the light, and it's still pretty good. Everything's still working, which is good. And then I filled the channel with a tape barrier, and let me go ahead and get out my Bondo body filler and fill in that channel, and I'll see when I get all that done and get all that perfected. And of course these sides here, I'm gonna sand to make perfect what, you know that. All right, we'll see in a bit. Quick update. I've got the planned out for the 9-volt battery compartment. Actually, I'm gonna go with right here. That way it's out of the way of everything because the input jack's there, and I don't want to get in the crosshairs of the input jack's, wiring channel. And then I'll do the external channel here, and then I'll do the same thing, but I'll use a straw this time, have a hollow opening, and then fill that with body filler like I did with the channel there. And when I sand it perfect, it'll be seamless. So yeah, I think that'll be cool. So that'll be there, the black for the 9-volt battery compartment, and then the potentiometer and the light switch will be there, and then I'll do a countersunk access panel plate, so it'll be really cool. And I got to figure out all the continuity bits on the back and everything like that, and around it, and then do the ugly phase, just so. All right, so let me get the Dremel tool out, and then we'll Dremel that down and then have that. So I'll see when I get some progress done there. See you in a bit. All right, quick update. I've got the channel for the 9-volt battery compartment and the channel, the compartment cut out itself. So this is the 9-volt battery compartment I'm using. So that'll drop in there like there, and then I've got a straw that I'll cut to shape, and that'll be in the track. I'll stick that in the track, I'll cut it to shape, of course, and then we'll fill this in with body filler, and then there you go, we're good to go. And then I'm going to wire it all up, and I'm going to give it a test run, see how everything works out. All right, we'll see in a little bit. All right, another quick update, get everything perfect. I got the channel with the straw and then covered up body fillers, just the first layers. I'll do more layers, of course. All right, so let me go ahead and install the light wiring temporarily, and then do a test with the actual knob and everything. So it looks pretty good. All right, we'll see in a bit. All right, got everything wired up. Got a knob on there, regular knob, and let me show you the result. Yeah, very cool. And you can do all kinds of swells and pulsing, all kinds of stuff like that. Very cool. The only issue is, and I did use a EMG knob because I put a couple of cheaper knobs in there and they actually couldn't handle the voltage. But look, the volume's all the way down and they're still getting current through there. So that's a problem. So got to figure it out. I'm probably gonna have to bore out over here and put a switch also. So I have to figure this out, but for right now, let me figure that out. Like I said, there's still current going through there. It's a pretty cool effect though, but there's still current. Even when the volume's all the way down, it's still kind of bleeding through. I don't, because that's going to drain away from the battery, especially if you're not using it. So, Alright, let me figure that out. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, another quick update. Actually went ahead and put in their switch, 3-way toggle switch. I don't know if I made this video or not. I've had a lot going on here, so I've been in and out. But yeah, so I hooked up the toggle. It's a 3-way toggle, which is cool because I'm going to do the lights. I'm going to do 4 LEDs behind the pickup that's going to glow. Instead of doing the heart light, I'm going to do the heart burn light. Very cool. And I'm going to color these. I've got the 4 LEDs there. I'm going to make where you're going to have one in each corner, and it's going to light up really brightly. And see, on the switch, I installed the switch. I'll show you the wiring in the back, but you got the knob for the light and the switch. In the down position, the light comes on and you'll be able to go with the and then see that little bit when I flick the switch, it goes off. And then I have the up position, and then the up position I'm going to just have the heartburn light. Then I'm going to paint them red, so it's going to glow red behind the pickup, which is going to be very cool. So let me start working on that, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, one final update for today. Finished wiring the behind the heartburn light behind the pickup. Let me find a mock-up pickup. Yeah, here we go. And I'll show you all the cool stuff. This is just a mock-up pickup. But alright, so you put the switch in the down position and both on the the finger and the heart light. Very cool. And then in the center it's nothing, and then on the top it's in the center the heartburn light. But see, actually I wanted that light to be the finger light by itself, but I've tried a bunch of configurations. I think it's my switch, this switch that I'm using, but that might be pretty cool too. But I was hoping to do, having them both is fine, but I think it takes away from the brightness of the finger a little bit, because you've got more LEDs that you're using in that one switch position. But you know, in that you can't adjust just the center. So yeah, I guess if it was just, well, no, because it's all hooked up to the, I want the light to be on the finger adjustable, and then both at the same time not adjustable, just kind of in the down position like that. Just have them both. But either way, I mean, it's very cool. The finger's still very bright. I guess I'll figure it out. But I just wanted to show you around the back. But yeah, the finger on the back part. And see, and I got the 9-volt battery compartment. Now, you know, gotta sand everything, make it perfect. But yeah, it closed pretty good with the, very cool. But alright, let me show you the mock-up pickup. And there's metal on the back, so I don't want to go too deep with it. But yeah, you get kind of the gist. You get the heartburn light. Get the heart light there, so that'll be very cool. And then in the up position, just the, yeah, it's very brighter. But yeah, very cool. But alright, so this concludes progress. And like I said, I'm going to try to find a better, you know, the switch, the toggle switch here. It's a 3-way toggle switch, but it's got 6 posts on it, and I'm just kind of tried every configuration I could find, and just can't get it to do what I want it to do. But that's still very cool. Alright, hope everybody's having a good center of the week, and we'll continue. I'm going to go on Amazon and see if I can find the proper toggle that'll allow me just to, in the one position, like I said, just have the finger going, and then in another position have the finger and the heartburn light, we'll call it the heartburn light. So alright, very cool. But we'll see you soon. Hey, all done for today. I just wanted to show you a message. I got to clean up a little bit, and then I'll be ready to chat, but I just wanted to show you. Do you believe the mail came? I'll go check the mail in a bit. I just wanted to show you the end result though. And I'll perfect it, of course, but that's how it's looking right now. Very cool. And this just came to me today, so this edition. Very cool. It just looks so awesome. Anyway, I'll chat with you in a bit. Just wanted to show you. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Good morning, September 27, 2023. Time to continue work on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Wow, I am so in love with this guitar already. So, alright, so what I've got planned for today, I want to complete the wiring and the light installation for the fingertip. So first step will be to take off the neck, of course. Then we're going to work the plastic bit. I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to Dremel. I'm going to get the scroll saw out and cut the circular shape, the tip. And then we're going to go ahead and install the wires. Probably going to have to go with a little bit longer wire, because I don't think that's going to be long enough for the LED light display. And then pull it through all the way through the cavity and make sure everything works perfect. And only fear is that once I get that installed and everything's glued in, there's really no accessing the fingertip from that point further. So it gotta make sure it's good and it's gonna last for a real long time. So alright, so I'll start working on that, and we'll see when I make some progress. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 29th September 2023, and it's time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. And I have a change idea. I'm going to go all in on this guitar. So instead of it being a heartburn light, I mean, I know I constructed that, and that turned out really cool with the bracket and everything like that. Let me see if I can show you the bracket. But yeah, the bracket, I taped it in there temporarily, but it's four corner bracket for behind the pickup, which would be really cool But I think I'm going to use these lights, and I'm actually going to go for heart light. So the idea is going to be to Dremel down a certain amount to make a cavity under there. And also with this, I'm going to add a couple of the, I'll have to show you that, red strip lights, the rolled strip lights. I'm going to try to work all that out and see how that goes. But yeah, do the circular heart light with 5 of these lights with the see, it's got resistors I put on there. And then put a, create another plastic over the top. And then when I sand it smooth, then go for the, all the Dremel bits again. And another thing I want to do, I want to extend the head. Okay, the head shouldn't be flush like that. ET's head actually pokes out. Let's see, I got some pictures pulled up here. Okay. Yeah, see how ET's head, it's, if you're familiar with the movie, and you're familiar with E.T. himself, you'll know that his head's actually on a swivel. It's not flush like that. Let's see if I can find, yeah, see the heart light, that's going to be just so cool with the finger. But yeah, let's see if I can find a better picture. There you go. You see how his head's on a swivel, and it's not flush like it is on the body. I have it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from here, cut the head off, and then I'm going to make 2 layers more, and I'm going to try to make it in the back kind of like a shoulder looking thing, and then have the head kind of feather out. So I'm going to try to do that and have the side continuity bits and everything just like the ET himself. And it doesn't have to be completely round because the body is somewhat, 4 sides more or less. So I think with 2 layers, maybe even 1 layer, I think 2 layers to do it. And I want to keep all the Dremel bits, so that'll be really cool. So let me work on that as well. And this is going to be pretty sweet. So we'll see when I get some work done. Let me start on, this will have to be outside because I'm going to kick up so much debris from this. But all right, I'll see when I get all set up. Okay, I think first we're going to work on the head bit. And I'm going to try to make it kind of protrude such as such. Give it a really cool look. And I did find the perfect paint, by the way, I got to show you. But I already got some scrap pieces of wood, so let me see what I can do. Let me work on this a bit, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, got a scroll saw queued up. I'm going to go ahead and cut the head off. I know. Fingers crossed this goes well. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, cut the head bit off. Alright, so now we're going to go with the 2 layers. Let me go figure out the shape of the under layers right here. So let me draw something out, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, got the shape for the back layer. So let me go ahead and get the scroll saw queued up and then go with that, and we'll see it. Alright, very cool. I've got the 3 pieces cut out. The back piece, and of course I'll round out the edges. And then I'll blend everything else with Bondo body filler. The second layer, and then the 3rd layer will go on top of that. And that'll give it the awesome 3D dimensions that we're looking for. E.T. Wow, that's cool. I'm glad I thought of that idea last minute, because I think just to leave it the same level would have definitely taken from it, especially since we're going all in with the heart light and everything. Wow, I think that looks really cool. That's going to be amazing. Alright, so let me get everything glued together, and I'll see you in a while. Alright, got to be all 3 layers together of the head and the back of the head. And like I said, I'll blend all this in with the Bondo body filler. So let me go ahead and get this all glued on perfectly, and I'll see you when I get that done. Alright, another quick update. I've got the back pieces rounded. I had my file and everything rounded on the head bit. It looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go ahead and get some fresh can of Bondo body filler and fill in where I need to. Make it look seamless and pretty. So let me do that and I'll be back. Alright, very cool. I got some body filler on there and I'm letting it cure fully. But wow, that is looking so awesome. I'm going to sand this and make it perfect and do all the little added bits. But wow, that is so cool. Alright, I'll see when I get some more progress done. Very cool. Alright, another quick update. I've got the head bit sanded and it's looking pretty sweet with the body filler. Very cool. Yep, now it's time to reattach the head to the body. And I've created a dowel. So I'm going to go ahead and drill out in the top of the head and in the body. and then glue it together real sturdy. And then once I get it glued in, then I'll get some body filler and make it seamless and perfect again. And then once I get that going, I'll show you. But wow, yeah, that definitely was required. So all right, we'll see you in a little bit. All right, quick update. I've got really strong dowel, and I've got the hole, and I'll glue that in there in place, and then I'll glue the head where it needs to be and make sure it's really glued solid. All right, I'll see you in a little. All right, I got the head reattached. Quick update here. Still got a lot more to go, but I mean, I just finished with the head bits for today, and I think that's going to conclude for today. We'll work on the heart light and all that tomorrow, because we're starting to lose sunset. Starting to lose sunlight. I just wanted to show you how cool it turned out. Check that out. And it is just amazing. Wow, that is so very cool. Of course, I gotta sand everything, of course, needless to say, but and then when we go with the wood grain filler part 2, we'll get it dialed in absolutely perfect. And I think that comes out enough for a body of a guitar. It's not like a realistic, I mean, it's very realistic, but it's not like just a statue of E.T. himself. But check that out. It's so cool. That turned out way better than expected. It's just wow. Very cool. Alright, this will probably conclude progress for today. But ET is starting to take shape. Can't wait to get the heart light and everything and Dremel all the other bits. But yeah, it's very cool. Alright, hope everybody's having a good weekend. And maybe we'll see you soon. Very cool. Alright, one more final update on today's progress of the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Finished the head and the neck bits. And of course I'll perfect it more before the paint process. But I just wanted to show you how cool it turned out. Very cool. Oh yeah, that definitely did it right there. It was just amazing. Very cool. Alright, we'll continue work. That is so cool. It's just really coming like that way. Alright, next step is going to be to Dremel out a cavity and then go with a heart light. And like I said, we're going to go with the heart light and not the heartburn light. We're going to take these lights, reconfigure them in a circle, and then put some plastic over it and then paint over it. But I'm going to put some red LEDs in there as well. So hopefully we can get it glowing pretty awesome. But yeah, it's going to be sweet. And then the switches, we're going to have one position, we're going to be both. And then one position is just going to be, the top position is just going to be the heart light. So very cool. Alright, and we will see you soon. Very cool. Quick, just want to show you some progress. I did the heart light and the LEDs, and it's kind of dark in here. I made it dark, so check it out. Very cool. And you can switch it to where it's just the heart light. Very cool. That's awesome. Good morning. 30th of September 2023. Time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. Time to figure out the heart light. So I'm going to go ahead and pencil where I want the heart light to be. Probably in that vicinity right there. Very cool. That area, and we'll see when I get some progress done. Alright, I pencil lined where I want the cavity to go, and then the lip for the acrylic piece that I'm going to place over the top and sand it smooth, and then, you know, make all these lines in it and everything so it looks seamless. So yeah, I'm going to go with that right there. I think that'll be perfect.
Not too huge, but not small, so that way it'll be awesome. Alright, we'll see in a little bit. Alright, successful cutout of the Dremel bit. That's how deep it's gonna be. And I think it's gonna be deep enough for the LEDs and for the plastic. I've got, you know, the pickguard certain thickness, and I drew out where I'm gonna place it like there, and then the lip I'll Dremel down once I cut this piece perfectly. So let me get out the scroll saw and we'll cut that piece, and I'll see you in a little. Perfect cutout of the plastic piece. Very cool thickness. So let me go ahead and get my sharp pencil and Dremel the bit, but I'll do a sharp line as well, and then we'll do the plastic piece and then see how that fits. Alright, see you in a second. Alright, perfect countersinking of the heart light cover. Very cool. This is thick enough that I can Dremel all the bits, and when I do the body, you know, some body filler in between, and then etch all the bits into the plastic. Same thing with the finger. It'll look seamless, and I'll sand it perfect and everything. Now it's trying to figure out the heart light LEDs. I'm probably going to put a hole directly through the body, like right there, and that's where the main wire will go, through there. And I'm thinking about getting, I've got this plastic mirror type finish, a little thin stick-on mirror type thing, and I might do that on the bottom as well to reflect all the LED lights outward. And I've got a whole bag worth of LEDs. I've got a few of the track light things like that right there, the track light, and those I can get them to glow red, and I might do that in the center, so that'll look really cool. But figure all that out, undo the wiring for that one switch, and start working on that. But yeah, that turned out really cool. Alright, let me work on this, and I'll see you when I get some progress done. Alright, configured the heart lights, the LEDs. I reconfigured all that, and then I added some red in the center. And I might keep the white on the outside, I'm not sure yet. I might paint them, the LEDs red, but I might leave it white. Let me see if I could do this one-handed. See how it looks. Very cool though. I might not be able to do it one-handed. I might be able to though. Let's see. Trying to get the connections here. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Let me hook it up. I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. It's really bright on the camera. But see how you got the red in the center, and then the 5 whites on the sides. And the 5 whites on the sides. Oh, I'm disconnected. There we go. Yeah. Very cool. Alright, let me wire it into the body. Let me figure all that out. I'll see you in a little bit. Very cool. Alright, another quick update. I got it temporarily wired in. Very cool. I've got the piece on there. I've got the center. And then I got the wire pulled through the back. But I just wanted to show you. Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can get some good footage here. Alright, there we go. Down position. We got the heart light and the finger light together on a switch. And I can adjust it with the potentiometer that's hooked up to the wiring there. So very cool. And as you can see, it's got the red in the center and then the white around there, and the finger is the same as it was before. So very cool. And then in the top position, it's just the heart light. Very cool. So between the two, you can adjust both the finger. It looks so awesome. So hopefully when the paints go over it and everything like that, the lights will still shine through pretty bright. I'm pretty sure it will. But very cool. Alright. Very cool. Alright. So we'll let this settle for a while. I'll settle everything. And this is probably complete progress for now. But we'll hope everybody's having a good weekend. Turn on your heart light. Let it shine wherever you go. Very cool. Yeah, that's gonna be so amazing. ET's coming together. Very cool. Can't wait to get the guitar aspect of this going. It's going to look amazing. Alright, and we'll see you soon. ET phone home. Real quick, another video. I just wanted to show you when the lights are off. Except for, let's go a little bit darker here with the shades from the outside. I just want to show you in a darker setting. There we go. Watch this. So cool. Ah, so cool. Turn on your heart light. Cool. It's so funny. You could set it there, lower brightness. Alright, very cool. Good morning, October 1st, 2023, and time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. Alright, for today I plan on getting all this finalized and glued in, and also get the back wire situated, and then get the ugly phase part 1 going, where I did a body filler on the sides, figure out the Dremel on the back and all the continuity bits on the sides and whatnot. So that's very cool. I did find some pictures of the back of ET, so that'd be really cool. So let's get that working and get everything, and then decide on a 3-way switch, or having the down position being the 2 things. I've got some new switches in I bought the other day that I could do. Up would be one, down would be another, not have them together, but we'll see. I'll probably just leave it the same way. Alright, so let's get working on that, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, another quick update. Got the center dialed in, added a few more red lights to it. Very cool. And I got it dialed into, and I did all the etchings on the heart light and on the finger. Very cool. So cool. Alright, so next step's going to be to figure out the switch, whether I'm going to go with the way it's configured now, where when one position both one come on, and then the second position just the heart light. Yeah, I might like to leave it like that. So alright, so next step's going to be to, along the edges, do all the body filler, ugly phase part 1, be full in effect, and I'll start working on that, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, quick update. Took all the potentiometers out and all different parts out, and we are full on ugly phase part 1. Yeah. And I'll let this fully cure, and then we'll get the files and the sandpaper out, and we'll sand everything smooth and perfect. And then getting ever so close to go ahead and do a string. Well, I'm gonna have to do the next step for that, the continuity bits on the back, of course, and Dremel all those parts once I file everything. So, and I'm looking forward to doing a string test on this one. This one's gonna be so cool. It's gonna look so cool. But alright, so we'll let this settle, let this fully cure. And like I said, we'll get the files and sand it perfect. So alright, and this might be end of progress for a while. Let this cure for a few hours, and we'll see you later. Alright, we're outside. It's that time to fully cure. It's feeling good out here today. Wow, overcast, awesome. Alright, so I've got my tools, got my sandpaper, so I'm going to sand and make everything perfect, and I'll see you when I get some progress done there. See you in a little bit. Alright, another quick update. Ugly phase part 1 has been completed, at least on the front and the sides. We're going to go inside and figure out the back continuity bits and any side bits. But yeah, sanding, I got to touch up a few spots with some more body filler, but yeah, looking pretty awesome. And of course, as always, I'll perfect it as necessary. So let me go inside, and then we'll figure out the back continuity bits and then get them dremeled. Try to get the body completely done, ready for string test. Whereas tomorrow we'll work on the frets, get all the frets level, crowned, and polished. So, but yeah, it's looking pretty amazing. ET. And when the ugly phase part 2 wood grain filler face goes over the top. It'll make any imperfections smooth and perfect. So alright, let me go inside and we'll see in a little bit. Alright, we're on the inside and I'm going by my reference pictures. I've got 2 reference pictures of ET's backside of his body. So we're going to go ahead and pencil in where I'm going to do the continuity bits and the Dremel bits. Very cool. So we'll try to match what I see here. Pretty good idea, pretty straightforward, just a little bit of the backbone. So alright, so let me get that going and we'll see in a little bit. Alright, I think I've got the back Dremel bit parts. It's got the shoulder blades, it's got his little butt bone thing, got the back ribs, and texturing around the head. Very cool. Alright, so now we'll go back outside, get out the Dremel tool, and then make this come together. So it's pretty sweet. I might add a couple more here. One there, and one there. Yeah, to kind of give it further. And then, see, this is gonna be, I go there with that, because that's gonna, still gotta make the back access panel plate cover, and then countersink that. So, alright, so let's go outside and get this. I'll try to maybe perfect this top a little bit. Maybe one more there. Yeah, because you can see he's got the little bits on the back of the head there. Right there, little bits. But very cool. Alright, we'll see in a bit. Alright, after we doing one last final update for today, I'm in the house, got everything cleaned up. Just wanted to show you all the Dremel parts on the back, continuity bits, and there's a few on the sides here and there. Very cool. I checked to make sure both lights are still working, which they are. Very cool. Yeah. This is going to look good when it's painted. Very cool. Alright. Hope everybody's having a good end of the week, Sunday. Alright. Next step's going to be to get the frets leveled, crowned, and polished first thing tomorrow morning, and then we'll be ready for a full-on string test. That'll be pretty cool. And we'll figure out where the strap buttons will go. My guess is going to be somewhere on the hip here, and then on the back of the neck plate as usual. So, but we'll figure that out. Very cool. All right. As the ET would say, Elliot, phone home. Make sure you eat plenty of Reese's Pieces. And we will see you tomorrow to continue. Very cool. I did Dremel bits on the plexiglass, like, yeah, the same thing with the back. So that's cool. I love the back of the head bits. All right. Anyway, we'll see you soon. Have a good one. Good morning, October 2nd, 2023, and it is yet that time once again. Time to continue work on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Time to do the level crown and polish of the frets. Very cool neck. I've got some really killer wood grain. Sometimes you get lucky with these necks. This one looks pretty cool. Alright, first step's going to be, as always, to get my fret end file and adjust some of these sharp edges, but I'll straighten the neck first with my straight edge and my Allen key, and then I'll see when I get some progress done there. See that? Alright, use my fret end file, and I've got the edges perfect. Oh yeah, that feels smooth. Let's see if you can see. I like to round all the edges. Alright, next step's going to be to tape up all the frets, and then we'll start leveling, crowning, and polishing. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, got all the frets taped up, and I marked with my Sharpie. Now I've got a fresh 320 grit sandpaper on my leveling beam. Go ahead and level all the frets, and I'll see you in a little while. I got all the frets level, and there was a low fret, pretty low fret, like right there, and I had to kind of take down the surrounding frets, kind of quite a bit of material off, not a whole lot, but more than I would like. You always try to take the minimum amount of material off. But yeah, so we got a little level, went through my rocker arm, so we got everything level, so we're good to go. So let me go ahead and get my crowning files and put a good crown on the frets, and let's see when I get that done. Alright, got the perfect crown on all the frets. As you can see, the center line is perfect. We try to get all the center lines as even and consistent as possible. Alright, so next step is to put a nice rounded edge and a fine polish on there. And I'm starting from 800 grit all the way up to 10,000. So when we get that done, just want to show you how they look. And this process takes about an hour. So when you see the frets again, they'll be brilliant, shining, and beautiful. So we'll see you in a little while. Alright, quick update. All the frets have been leveled, crowned, and polished. And they are looking amazing. Alright, let me get everything cleaned up and I'll be right back. Lots of fret dust. Alright, quick update. All the frets have been leveled, crowned, and polished, and looking amazing, I must say. Very cool. That process takes a while, but this guitar neck is going to play really good. And I love that when the frets shine up real nice. And I cleaned all the fret dust and all that good stuff off. Alright, so next step's going to be to get the body out. Got a couple things I want to do to the body before I do the string test. I want to install the input jack, just the screws, you know, just get the drill bits out and everything. And then we're going to make a back access panel plate. I'm thinking about using the metal because it's thinner, and then countersinking the metal, and then getting the screws for that and everything like that. So we'll work on that. So I'll got the scrolls out, so let me get the body out and we'll figure out a shape, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, perfect input installation of the input jack. Looks good. I always like to do that before the paint, that way there's no issues. Alright, next step's going to be to figure out the access panel plate cover. And like I said, we're going to use the metal and we're going to countersink it, and then we're going to paint it so that way it blends in. So let me get a piece of paper and figure out a shape, and we'll be right back. Alright, got a piece of paper, and I'm making it the exact same shape as the little battery compartment. So you just take your finger on a piece of paper and you get the hole. Then you figure out the dimensions of the plate. Now I'm going to get my scissors, cut this out, get the metal, get my scroll saw queued up, cut that out, and then we'll countersink it, and then we'll be back in a second. Okay, got the shape cut out and traced onto the metal. Got the scroll saw queued up, so let me go ahead and cut this out, and I'll be right back. Alright, got the shape cut out, and I marked and then scored with the Dremel, or the X-Acto blade around the edge. Now I got my Dremel knife and to the exact thickness that I need. So let me go ahead and countersink, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, perfect installation. I got a countersunk of the back access panel plate for the potentiometer and light switches and all that. So we're good to go. And when I get ready to paint it, I'll take this film off and then paint it the same color as the body, which we can. Alright, so let me take off these two things and clean up all my non-essentials, and we're ready to start the full-on string test. Alright, can't wait. See you in a bit. Alright, so I wanted to show you what the countersink. Alright, next step's going to be to reattach the bridge. So let's go ahead and install the bridge. Very cool. And then we'll work on the neck. Alright, see you in a second. Alright, very cool. Installed the bridge. Alright, we're good to go. Now it's time to work on the neck. Install the tuning keys, and we'll see when I start working on that. Alright, got the neck back out. Time to install the tuning keys and get them installed, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, perfect installation of the tuning keys. Alright, it's time. It's time to reattach the neck to the body. We'll see you in a little bit. Very awesome. Alright, successful attachment from the neck to the body. That looks just so cool. Wow, that is just E.T. Alright, check that out. That is just, that's awesome. I love making, this is where the pride just really comes in. I really love doing this. I love making these. It's just amazing. Alright, next step's going to be to install my two E strings. Make sure my neck is dialed in as far as everything in the center. And work on that. I'll see you in a little bit, but very cool. Alright, perfect. I got this two E strings on and we're dead center. You can put the rest of the strings on there, and we'll see you in a second. Looks very cool. Alright, and got these strings installed. Looks pretty awesome. That is bad to the bone. That is just so cool. And I love this guitar. I don't want to say that on every build, but I just kind of outdid myself with this one. Anyway, so I'm going to go with the install the string trees, and I'm going to go with my usual ones that I love. Alright, so I'm going to get them installed, and I'll be right back. So cool. Alright, successful installation of string trees. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and install the strap buttons, and we're going to use my usual Dunlock locking strap buttons. And like I said, definitely one behind the neck plate, but I'm guessing right in the corner here would probably be good. Right in one of these little bumps. So let me figure this out. Maybe on the top bump right there. Yeah, let's go with that. Put it on the one bump. And I think that'll be out of the way of everything important as far as wiring, I do believe. Yeah. Alright, so let me go ahead and knock that out, and I'll be right back. Alright, successful installation of the strap buttons. One right there, put it right in the hump, and then one at the center of the back neck plate. So let me go ahead and get a strap to all that and see how we did as far as how it hangs as soon as I... Alright, very cool. Successful installation of the strap buttons. And it hangs perfectly. Really no neck dive. Very cool. Alright. Alright, next step, let me get all the strings to pitch. It looks very cool. And then I'll do a full-on sound test. So, alright, very cool. See you in a second. Alright, just a quick sound demonstration. Got a basic intonation on it. This is how it looks when it's hanging on the strap. You can kind of see no neck dive at all. Feels pretty good. It's pretty solid. And when you're sitting, it's pretty good, but you strum a couple chords. Brand new strings, so they're going to stretch a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, it's already stretching. Now to dial in that slots in pretty good because they're a little higher. That's not a problem. I'll get all that dialed in and I do the final setup. Very cool though. Sorry about that. The camera kind of cut out on me. Anyway. Reach all the higher frets. Definitely a shredder neck as always. We set them up to be shredded. Very cool. The strings are starting to stretch just a little bit. All right, very cool. That's how it looks on the strap. But yeah, let me show you how it sits in the lap. And I'm sitting kind of low, so. But very cool. Yeah, it fits right there. You fit right on his feet. And I'll get it dialed in perfectly. And we'll let this settle for a couple days and do any kind of shifting that it needs to do. Because, you know, brand new instruments like that, you know, shift and everything. But the neck pocket looks pretty good. I'll get it more dialed in perfectly. I just wanted to see if I did put a shim in there and it raised it off the saddles a little high. But let's see over time, a couple days, see if it lowers a little bit. Because I always like it on the higher end. That's why there's plenty of room for adjustment. Only thing is you have to look around his head to be able to see what you're doing as far as the higher frets go. But I mean, you can see it like that. But as far as just playing, the head kind of obstructs your view. That would be the only flaw in the body style, the body shape. It's just, but you can see, you just have to kind of look over a little bit. It's going to sound awesome with the pickups. Pickups are being sent. I ordered them last week and, you know, it's Monday, so they finally got around to shipping them. It's not so much resonant as some of the other bodies, but it's kind of the small stature of it. So it rings out. I mean, you can hear it really well, but it's not like it doesn't project, you know, when it's plugged in, obviously. Sounds good, feels good. Alright, like I said, I'll let this settle for a few days. Make any few adjustments I did make. And the nut slots are a little high, but I'll get that dialed in once it's painted and everything like that when I do a final setup. Highest frets are easy to get through. The kids aren't all right. Anyway, cool. Alright, hope everybody's having a good start of the week. But ET phone home. Very cool. And we will see you soon. Alright. Good morning, October 4th, 2023. Time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. I spent a little time on dialing in the neck pocket. I'm going to put just a little bit of body filler just to make all the gaps absolutely perfect. So it's time for Ugly Face Part 2. I let the guitar settle for the last couple days and it didn't really shift. Shifted a little bit, but perfect. We're way within the realm of where I like to be. We're perfect that way. So good to go. So I'll dismantle everything and put everything away, and then we'll start applying the wood grain filler phase. Ugly Face Part 2 coming up. So alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, got everything disassembled. It's time for the Ugly Face Part 2 wood grain filler phase. Gonna do all the wood in a few layers of this plastic wood. I'm gonna go ahead and make up a batch. I cut it with water and start applying some layers, and we'll usually start on the back and sides first, but alright, we'll see when I get some progress. Alright, quick update. Very cool. First layer has been applied, a wood grain filler on the back and sides. Very cool. I'll keep applying layers. I'll probably do about 5-6 layers on the back, sides, and front. So I just wanted to show you some progress. Looks pretty cool. It's my favorite part. This is when it transforms to such a really cool thing. So, alright. So I'll catch up with you and then I get a little bit more progress then. Alright, another quick update. The Ugly Face Part 2 is in full effect. Got all the layers of wood grain filler, and it looks ugly as it should. That's why I lovingly called this stage the Ugly Phase Part 2, because let this cure overnight, and then tomorrow we'll sand. I like the fact that it gives it a uniform color, so it's very cool. But yeah. Alright, so we'll let this fully cure overnight. I mean, it's pretty cured now, but it's getting dark, so I can't do much. It'll take probably a couple hours to sand it. So, alright. So first thing tomorrow, we'll start to sand. We'll put it on a hanger, and I think I'm going to elect not to go with primer. And this is the color that we're going to use on this project. Very cool. Nutmeg. And this paint's satin, but we're going to put some 2K clear coat, which I got in a box down there, when everything's done. But we'll do some shading, and we'll see how all that goes with the airbrush. And I'm going to airbrush these bits because I don't want the paint to be too thick at all. But yeah, after the first layers of paint, we'll definitely sand and perfect and make it perfect as possible. But yeah. Alright, hope everybody's having a good week. And we will see you tomorrow. Continue progress on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Alright, another quick update. The Ugly Face Part 2 is in full effect. Got all the layers of wood grain filler, and it looks ugly as it should. That's why I lovingly called this stage the Ugly Phase Part 2, because let this cure overnight, and then tomorrow we'll sand. I like the fact that it gives it a uniform color, so it's very cool. But yeah. Alright, so we'll let this fully cure overnight. I mean, it's pretty cured now, but it's getting dark, so I can't do much. It'll take probably a couple hours to sand it. So, alright. So first thing tomorrow, we'll start to sand. We'll put it on a hanger, and I think I'm going to elect not to go with primer. And this is the color that we're going to use on this project. Very cool. Nutmeg. And this paint's satin, but we're going to put some 2K clear coat, which I got in a box down there, when everything's done. But we'll do some shading, and we'll see how all that goes with the airbrush. And I'm going to airbrush these bits because I don't want the paint to be too thick at all. But yeah, after the first layers of paint, we'll definitely sand and perfect and make it perfect as possible. But yeah. Alright, hope everybody's having a good week. And we will see you tomorrow. Continue progress on the ET Extra-Terrestrial electric guitar build. Alright, we'll see you in a bit. Good morning. This is the 5th of October 2023. It's time to continue work on the ET electric guitar. All the layers, pardon the dog's barking, all the layers of wood grain filler have been applied, and it's time to sand and make beautiful. And then once I get all that completed, got all my tools, we're gonna get out with some base color paints. And we're gonna skip the primer step because this has primer in it, paint and primer. So, and then we'll sand if necessary. But let me start working on the progress, and we'll see in a little bit. Alright, a quick update. Ugly Face Part 2 has been completed, and it's looking pretty awesome. Alright, spent some time sanding it all perfect. And I did leave a little bit of texture because I want some of the texture to come through because his skin isn't perfect. I want it to look very skin-like. So very cool. Alright, so I'm going to put it on a hanger and apply some paint. So let me get it on the hanger, and I'll see you in a bit, but very cool. That is awesome. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we got it on the hanger, ready for some paint. Very cool. Oh yeah, I love that part when it transforms. Alright, and like I said earlier, we're going to use a nutmeg, Rust-Oleum. I think that's proper color, and then we'll blend some more colors in. So I'll see when I get some color on here, fingers crossed. We'll see in a little bit. Alright, let's see if I can do this one-handed. All base color paints have been applied. Just the first round, of course, and it is looking so cool. Let's try to do this with one hand. Hand's getting a little bit tired, but I'll show you. Oh yeah, those eyes are just popping. Alright, let me see if I can put it up on the hanger. Yeah, I might need both my hands. That should be okay. That's a little dark though. Let me grab it from a different angle. There we go. Let's get some sun. Oh yeah. It looks so cool. ET has come to life. And I'm gonna sand the bits where the lights are to make the paint really thin. And then I might go over it with the airbrush. Yeah, just wanted to show you how cool it turned out. And of course, once this settles, I'll do some shading. And then over the top is gonna be some 2K clear coat. So it's gonna be high gloss, but very cool. All right. Yeah, let me, and this is just the first round of color, so very cool. All right, let me adjust my hand up here. All right, we're on the inside, a little bit different light. See if we can see it just in a different way. Shadows definitely come into play. Very cool. Oh yeah, back turned out amazing. It's just so cool. Like I said, this is just the first round of paints. So I've got many more to go. Just to touch everything up. Well, not a whole lot. Just more or less the eyes and all that good stuff. So very cool. Alright, this will probably conclude progress for today on the ET electric guitar build. Very cool. Alright, hope everybody's having a good center of the week. And we'll see you soon. Very cool. Good morning, everyone. It is the 6th of October 2023, and it's time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. Get ready to do the inlay. I got the Cricut machine out, and we're getting ready to cut out a reverse plastic so we can do the ET on the fretboard. And the first attempt was too big, so we're going to modify it slightly, and we got that going on right now. And let me proceed. Yeah, it's very cool. So it's working on it, and it's going to cut it out, and let's see if the shape's a little bit better, and I'll see you when we come back. See you in a bit. A quick update, this is what we're going for. Pretty simple on this one. And I'm going to paint from the headstock the same color as the body, and then use a black logo when I get to that part. But perfect execution of the taping off of the ET, as you can see. Pretty awesome. Pretty simple, like I said, compared to some of the logos that we had done not too long ago. There's some pretty complex ones. This one's fairly simple. So, alright, so let me go ahead and apply some flat black paint. Fingers crossed everything goes well, and we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, successful application of the paint. We peel off the tape and very carefully, and we'll see when I get a little bit done. Alright, perfect, flawless execution of the inlay. Wow, that is so cool. Turned out really good. Of course, like I said earlier, it's very simplistic compared to what I'm used to doing, so yeah. That's cool. Alright, so we'll let this dry for a day, and then we'll tape off the neck, and then spray the front of the headstock same color as the body, and then we'll do a black logo after that dries. But yeah, ET, very simple progress for today. Very cool. Alright, hope everybody's having a good weekend, the start of the weekend, and we'll see you soon. Very cool. Elliot. Alright, time to continue work on the ET electric guitar build. Got the neck taped up really good, so we're going to go ahead and apply the base color paints. Got the ET logo underneath there. It's had day to dry, so I'm going to go ahead and put some paint on here, and we'll see you in a sec. Very cool. Alright, another quick update. Successful application of the paint. I'm trying to be very careful, it's very wet. So we'll let this cure for a day or two, and then we'll put the black logo. But I think it turned out very cool. Like I said, we'll put the black logo, and then we're one step closer. We'll perfect the paint on the body. And very cool. Had a day to dry. I'm going to do some touch-ups today. Alright, hope everybody's having a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Alright, it is that time. It is the 18th of October 2023. And as you can see, it's time to assemble the ET electric guitar. Quick update, I did do the 2K clear coat, a couple, oh sorry about that, that moved on me. Did the 2K clear coat, I had plenty of time to dry. I just wanted to show you how good that turned out. Very cool. And I did the thin coating in the paint, very cool. Thin coating over the heart and the finger. Very cool. Yeah, that 2K clear coat really makes it look amazing. So, yeah. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This is very cool. And I gave it a little bit of a red tint under the heart light, just to kind of, and I airbrushed the color. It first reacted to the 2K clear coat, and I think the layer that I had over there was really kind of thick, and I wanted to give it a little bit of a red hue around the heart, and it turned out exactly perfect. Sometimes you get lucky that way. And I was able to go 2K clear coat over that paint as well. So, alright, where to begin? I've got all the parts, everything I'm gonna need, all my tools, wires, everything like that. I guess the first step is going to be to reattach the heart light and the finger light and get it all hooked up to the switch and to the pedometer. So let me figure all that out. It's been a few days, so got to figure out exactly how I want to wire it. I'm going to go with the switch instead of just have the down. Well, I'll explain all that. But yeah, very cool. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Let me figure out the next step. All right, decided the first step is going to be to install the 9-volt battery compartment. So I went ahead and rewired a brand new end. And let me go ahead and install that and feed the wire through, and I'll see you in a little bit. Installation of the 9-volt battery compartment turned out pretty cool. Alright, yeah, I can't do that with one hand. Alright, so let me figure out the wiring, and let's get the finger light and the heart light wired up. See you in a bit. Alright, quick update. I got everything wired in. I've got the switch installed and the potentiometer for the... Alright, so the first position, the down position, is going to be the heart light. Very cool. It seems very bright on camera, and that doesn't dim. And then the up position is going to be, I can dim it with the pedometer, so very cool. Alright, so we are successfully wired. Hopefully this doesn't give me any issues, because this switch is a little lethargic, but I think I can, I can replace it if it needs to be. But there we go. So very cool, and we can go. Let's see. Go with a little bit dimmer. Oh, I'll mess with the lights later. But I'll show you. Very cool. You can dim it. And then the heart light. And then the center position is nothing. And then the down position is the heart light. So can't really see it, but it's got red in there and the white. So very cool. Alright. Next step's going to be to take out the battery so that we don't want to burn any battery or burn any LEDs. And go ahead and install the ground wire. We start working on it. Let me show you. See if I can do this one-handed. The back wiring bits. Try to leave a little extra wire just in case I needed to alter it in the future for some reason. So we're good to go. Should have plenty of room for the potentiometer. And remember, this one's the dual with the ground and the tone. Whew. It's kind of nervous going there, but we got it done. So, all right, so let me get the ground wire hooked up and I'll see you in a bit. All right, installed the ground wire, looking pretty good. All right, time to reinstall the bridge. So I got the bridge out. Let's go ahead and reinstall the bridge. You'll see in a bit. Fingers crossed it goes smooth. All right, perfect installation of the bridge. Looks awesome. Went pretty smooth. All right, next step is to wire the input jack. And let me wire a hot and a ground and then get that installed and pulled through. And we'll see in a bit. Very cool. All right, perfect installation of the input jack. Looks good. All right, next step is going to be to install the pickup and fish the wires through. So let me get that going and I'll see when I get that done. Fingers crossed this one. Alright, successful installation of the pickup. It was tight, but we got it in there with no ill effects. And it's got the film on the top, plastic film. I'll peel that off before I put the strings on. But very cool. Alright, so now it's time to turn it over and start doing the wiring process. Hopefully that goes pretty smooth. We'll see. Alright, so I'll catch back up with you when I get some progress on that done. See you in a bit. Alright, get everything wired up. Fingers crossed that you did everything correctly. I think I did. I'm going to go ahead and push it through and install it. Fingers crossed, and then we'll get ready to do a sound test. Or, see if I did all the wiring correctly. See you in a bit. Alright, we are ready for a full-on sound test. I got it plugged in already. I got to my amp over there. Alright, so what I decided to do on this one, just for the, because I've got these other switches, the bottom is actually going to be the volume and the top is going to be the tone. So the bottom knob is going to be volume. Let's start by tradition. The bottom all the way off. Got nothing. Alright, perfect. And then we've got it all the way forward. Alright, sorry about that. Perfect. And then we've got full on tone. And let's back the tone off. Alright, perfect. Muffled, yeah. So we're good to go. So we are perfectly wired. Like I said, the bottom. That way there's no confusion with the light. Perfect, off. Alright, so we're perfectly wired. So let me go ahead and get the back access panel plate on and then recheck everything, make sure nothing happens. And then we'll go put this on the rack and start working on the neck. Whew, that was intense. So we're good to go. Alright, see you in a bit. I gotta put the knobs on there. I just wanted to show you on the pot. It's very cool. So we've got the tone and then the volume. Very cool. Alright, let me put the back access panel plate on. I'll be right back. Alright, perfect installation back access panel plate. Looking pretty good. Alright, let me go hang this back up. Clean up all my non-essentials as always, and then get the neck out here and start working on the neck. But very cool. I think it came along really awesome. Alright, and we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, very cool. Got the neck back out. Get ready to install the string trees and the tuning keys. Just wanted to show you the 2K clear coat turned out pretty awesome on the stock. Sealed in the logo. Looks very cool. Alright, so let me install the string trees and the tuning keys, and we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, installation of the string trees and the tuning keys looks pretty awesome. Alright, let's get the body back out here and get these two together and see how everything works out. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, got the body and the neck together. Alright, so let's attach the neck to the body. Hopefully it'll go smooth. I think it'll go smooth. Fingers crossed, and we will see you in a little bit. Alright, very cool. We'll attach the neck to the body. Went smooth. Looks amazing. That just looks awesome. I love it. I love making guitars. This is such a fun thing to do. So rewarding, like I said. Alright, next step's going to be to put on my 2 E strings, get everything lined up, get the neck pocket lined up perfectly with everything. And then we're getting close. That is just so cool. That looks just awesome. Let me tear off the, let me show you how good the pickup looks. Plastic, oh yeah, look at that, wow. Perfect. Alright, let me get some strings on here and I'll see you in a little while. So cool. Ouch, oh yeah. Alright, and a quick update, I got all the strings installed. I also installed strap buttons. It's looking amazing. That is awesome. Everything in the center dialed in perfect. Wow. Love it. ET. Alright, assembly complete. Next step is going to be to get the strings up to pitch, get everything dialed in perfectly. Yeah, it's getting kind of late. It's already like after midnight. I've been at it since about 7. So I'm kind of tired, but I'll do a full-on string test tomorrow and share that with you. Yeah, that turned out really cool. Wow. ET. That's an ET guitar. You don't see that every day. Alright, I'll see you when I get some progress done. Probably see you tomorrow because like I said, I'm tired, so we'll see you in a bit. Alright, you know I wasn't going to leave you hanging. Let's go ahead and do a light test as well. Before I do the string test, I just want to show you how cool it looks. Boom, heart light. Sweet. And see, it's too much glare. You really can't see the red through the camera. But there's red in the center. And then white around the outsides. So, and then, boom. Very cool. E.T. Turn on your heart light. Of course, the battery's getting low on the phone. But yeah, turn on your heart light and let it shine wherever you go. So let's get the heart light going. Alright, hope everybody is having a good day. And we will see you soon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow to do a string test. Alright, very cool. Good morning, everybody. It's October 19th, 2023. Time to continue work on the ET electric guitar. I got a basic setup. I got the strings up to pitch. I got an intonation basic. Sounds and plays amazing. I love these pickups. These pickups I get from eBay. I'll have to share, but brand new strings, so they're going to stretch a little bit. Wow, that sounds awesome. I gotta tune it up a little bit. Give me a sec. Yeah, there we go. And as everything settles, I'll get everything dialed in perfect. Definitely shredding it. lights up your hand too, so that's really cool. Kind of do ace freely. Have a little smoke coming out of there. Imagine the dark stage. Very cool. Let's go with the finger. One click up. And I can adjust that with the potentiometer. Very cool. Just that, very cool. Let's do a cover song. What do you think? Let me find something to play. I tell you what. Let's play something off my usual playlist. Tell you what. Let's do some Gypsy Road, Cinderella. Check us out. Very cool. Alright. Yeah. Strings are still a little stretching, but let me show you how it sits when you're sitting. Alright. Perfect. Definitely reach all the high frets. Turn on your heart light. That'd be so cool, like on a dark stage, to have that light, because you'd be able to see your hand. You have to find a way to get the exposure so you can see like the red in the middle. There's the red LEDs and then the outer. Alright, we'll let this settle for a couple days, and then we'll do another full-on setup in case anything shifts or anything moves, because you know, things just kind of go that way. They kind of shift over a few days, whatever, but they usually don't shift too far. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this build. Turned out really, really killer. I love the back bits. Yeah, 9-volt battery should last a long time for the LEDs. I mean, it could be, I don't know, depending on how long you use the LED, but see if I can get it to show the red. No, it's still too bright for the camera. Maybe if you go, see how luminescent it is. Let me see how far. Let's see how far I can go. Let's see. Wow, it's still just very bright. That is so cool. I'll tell you what, let's turn off some lights for the final bit of this playing demonstration video. 1 second, let me turn off a few of these lights. There we go. That's nice and dark. Let's see. Wow. It still looks pretty killer. Wow, that lights up everything. Those LEDs are just amazing. Fingers crossed they never burn out of there, because I really can't replace them. Unless we do some surgery on there, but it wouldn't be that hard to get to, but have to redo some paint and stuff. But yeah, alright. Hope everybody's having a good day. Start of the day. ET with this heart light. Alright. And we will see you soon. Very cool. Alright. We'll see you in a little bit.